White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre held a press briefing on Thursday ahead of President Biden's remarks at a Maryland rally. His remarks come one day after the announcement of his student loan forgiveness plan and in the wake of a flurry of wins for his administration, including the Honoring Our Pact Act, the CHIPS and Science Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act. Jean-Pierre was asked for the White House's response to candidates who, quote, don't want to campaign with him given his low approval ratings. Jean-Pierre responded that, quote, we are happy to contrast what we have done against our congressional Republicans.
Well, how often should we expect to see the president going forward on the campaign trail, this being the sort of first formal pre-midterm event? And separately, what do you say to those candidates who don't want to campaign with him given his low approval ratings or low popularity perhaps in some states? Tim Ryan in Ohio said, we haven't asked President Biden to come, we have no expectation or no plans to ask him to campaign. Michael Bennett in Colorado wouldn't even comment on it.
So I'll say this, look, Democrats, as we know, has a lot to talk about. They have delivered for the American people, and especially as we've seen the last couple of weeks. Again, the Inflation Reduction Act. You think about the burn pits that's going to expand services for veterans who have put their lives on the line for our nation, which is incredibly important. You think about the CHIPS Act. We just talked about what an executive order that the president signed to really make sure that gets implemented in a responsible way, and also the CHIPS.gov went live. We have a list of things. Let's not forget the bipartisan infrastructure law, all historic pieces of legislation that we are going to go out there and make sure that the American people are aware. We put out a memo, as you all know, a couple weeks ago talking about that particular specific thing. I can't get into politics from here, as you know very well,
but
Peter.
It's not politics.
Well, no, you asked me. You
control his schedule.
No, but you asked me. But you specifically asked me how much is he going to get out there to campaign. I can't.
But the White House does control his schedule.
Wait.
No?
I'm about to answer. I'm just saying that with a preface that I need to be careful on what I say. Look, the president loves to go out there and meet with the American people. He wants to be out there and travel as much as possible. He has something that he wants to say and deliver and let the American people know that we have done, right? And so, yeah, will you see the president out there? Yes, you will see the president travel. That is something he wants to do. That is something we all want to see him do as well, get out there. I cannot talk specific about how that's about the campaign. I cannot do that from here.
But to those candidates who don't want him to be with them?
Again, we have something, Democrats, especially the work that congressional Democrats have been.
I guess the president just accept that and says it's part of the deal?
Look, the president appreciates working with a lot of some of the members. Some of them are elected officials in their own state. He has good relationships with them. He talks to some of them really regularly. And you'll hear a lot more from the president tonight. I just want to be really careful, Peter. So as you know, we are trying to be respectful of the Hatch Act here. But again, we believe that Democrats have a lot to sell. We have done a lot to deliver for the American people. And we are happy to contrast what we have done against our congressional Republicans. And that's what you're going to hear from the president.